Hey, you two. Am I on yet? Listen, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, now Donald Trump has done pushed and pushed people to prosecute his enemies. Correct? He's not making any secret of this. He's doing it right out in the open. Every day to 2 days, he's come on with more and more bullshit, and we're supposed to just accept it. I don't know why they have not even brought up the subject of impeaching this dude yet again. The man who's already been impeached twice, who's already been prosecuted 5 times, who's already got 35 felonies, who's already been found guilty of putting his hands on women inappropriately. The man who has done everything to break the law, to throw it up in our face, girl, they have not done a goddamn thing to Donald Trump. It is unbelievable. For you, of all the subjects on the planet, Donald Trump, to be sitting up here thinking you're going to actually convict this man of telling a lie 10 years ago, of telling a lie 10 years. Girl, you tell 400 and 500 lies a week. 400 and 500 lies. That's what you do publicly. Everything you say, Donald Trump, is a goddamn lie. We can't even enjoy our goddamn televisions or our internet because we can't even believe anything that goes on there, because you are not only are you the biggest liar, you've got the whole damn White House lying for you. Correct? So are we going to prosecute any of those people who are going before Congress right now to lie on your behalf? Is Bondi going to be prosecuted? And then that freak FBI fool, is he going to be prosecuted? And Hedges, are all of them going to be prosecuted for lying in Congress? Because they've all went there and done just that. God damn, this man told over 35,000 lies in his first term. They put him back in there, and he's been lying since he got back there, child. He's talking about he done stopped wars. He done cured hunger, girl. He done restored America to America's hot all over the world. All this bullshit is just more and more and more bullshit. And America, we're not doing anything about it. Surely there's got to be a way to get a man out of office who is totally inept. What do they call that goddamn thing? Y'all know what they call it? 25th Amendment or some shit? Is it called 25th Amendment when the person is obviously incompetent to hold office? He is incompetent to hold office. Now he's got his hit list. 2 days later, the goddamn hit list is implemented. The man, the prosecutor tells them, we don't have a case. The next prosecutor, we don't have a case. Everybody tells him, we don't have a case against Comey, correct? Well, no, do it, or you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Just like his goddamn TV show. Everybody's fired. That's his thing on TV, and that's the thing he's carrying on here. Can Donald, all right, politicians, if Comey can be prosecuted for lying to Congress, why can't you people get Donald Trump out of office for lying? 35,000 lies plus a few more thousand. How many more thousand has he lied since he's been in office? 8 months in office, lying every single goddamn day, girl, getting us in all kind of trouble with every country around the planet, child. Right? All the shit he has done, all the shit he does on a daily basis, child. You people cannot come up with one way to prosecute his ass. You going back 10 years to find a lie that Comey told, and we don't. More than likely, since the people said, well, we investigated him for 8 months. Well, we investigated him for 9 months. Well, we investigate. And everybody says, no. Everybody says, no, there's nothing to prosecute him on, right? Right? There's no evidence, correct? We can do all that to him. Yet you can let this orange man come on here, child, and tell thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of lies. How y'all doing? How come ain't nobody coming in on today? I only see a few people. How you doing, Bonita Peterson? Valentine. I am Mrs. Ricks. Frazier Laurie. Oh, Nikki B's here. I'm not in a singing mood, Nikki B. You lucked out. I cannot get my spirits up. This fool. I cannot believe this dude. And for the charge to be lying is that just floors me, honey. Nobody lies like Donald Trump, honey. Can't nobody do us like him. And they let him get away with it. Everything he does, they get away with. They got so many videos today of the way these hooded ICE agents are treating people around this country, pulling them off the street like they're cattle, correct? Treating people like animals. I thought this was a country built on the backs of immigrants. I mean, is the next thing, are they going to take down the Statue of Liberty? Bring us, you're hungry, you're cold, you're oppressed. Is that going to go away, the whole principle, because of the ideas of a lunatic like Donald Trump? Damn, they haven't even brought up the idea of impeaching his ass. What does he have to do? You see, he's so sinister that he arranged for the Supreme Court to say that he can't be prosecuted for anything. This is before he started his second reign of terror. Isn't that obvious? You can't do nothing. Damn near everybody in that White House currently on the Republican side, they're all billionaires, correct? He got like 35 billionaires working in the office, right? Everybody in there is wait a minute. Everybody in there is a billionaire or a lawyer. Most of them are lawyers. Most of the politicians are lawyers. Out of all those brains, all those Harvard educations, you mean to tell me that even when this fool is attacking every goddamn department in the White House, in our government, even our schools, I mean, even Harvard University, he's attacking everybody. He attacking Harvard because they're bigots. You're the primary bigot of the world. They can't find no kind of way to get that fool out of office. What's it called? Is it Project 25? Or was it? I get confused because that little thing that those rules, the way they're gonna govern, that was Project 25, right? What's the thing where a person is incapable of holding office? That's what they need to get him under. I mean, out of all the things you would imagine that you would have to do in presidency, all he does is go in there and decorate that damn White House. It looks like a goddamn pawn shop, building goddamn unnecessary ballrooms, correct? Running people out of this country, immigrants, people out of this country for what? For working? Isn't that how people get here? Anyway, be quiet, baby. I'm trying to concentrate. Would you stop? You mad at him too? I understand from a doggy perspective. What's going on, Miss Dovey? Egyptian goddess 1111. Nikki B say yippee. It's unbelievable, people. I mean, how's America gonna let this happen? He breaks rules every day. Every day it's a different thing. This has never happened before. This has never happened. That was one of his catchphrases. No one's ever seen anything like it. No one's ever seen anything like you, Donald Trump. And you have the audacity to go bring your ass on there and force people to prosecute people when you know there's not a snowball's chance in hell of you winning the case unless you intimidate all the people on the court to make decisions on this case. Right? How you gonna prosecute him, child? All the best prosecutors in the world, certainly all the ones that work for the White House, have all said there's no case. What does it take, Donald Trump? And how long do you hold a grudge? Donald Trump is the reason why you're so obsessed with cutting Medicare, Medi-Cal, does that really boil down to Obama getting coverage for millions of Americans? Is that really what you're trying to destroy Donald Trump? Right? Because it's all about your little petty your arguments. How many times you take that to court and they told you no? How many times? We have sat here and watched you refuse to leave office, causing insurrection of the White House. That was supposed to be, if it was in fiction, that would be the end of your candidacy. But is it? Okay, so we know that Comey, the Democrats they don't defend him full-throated because many believe, myself being one of those, that you caused Hillary Clinton to lose that race to Donald Trump. So essentially, you are essential into getting this monster into office, Comey, right? Because when you announced your, what was it, 11 days before the election, you come talking about, oh, we got to look into her emails. Oh, okay. When you stack up Hillary Clinton's emails next to all the shit that Donald Trump does in 1 week, girl, how come ain't nobody come make no announcements about his ass, about all of his indictments? Before he took office, he was in court every day. Guilty, 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 guilty. Every goddamn thing he touched is guilty, right? And then you sit up here and watch him influence stack the court, the Supreme Court, and then influence them to say that nothing he does is illegal because he's the president. And he just takes that and runs with it. And now he's going after all his enemies. So is do Letitia James and all these people and our senator here, Adam Schiff, do they have to live in fear? Right? Because even when he knows these damn things are not going to accumulate, or Comey's not going to prison, honey. But he knows that he can go in there and cost Comey a whole lot of money, a whole lot of his time, a lot of damage to his reputation, correct? Because he's an attorney as well. They're all attorneys, girl. What is Donald Trump? He put some bimbo, excuse me, I don't know the lady, some woman who's never prosecuted anything, so she's in charge of it, right? He know that ain't going no goddamn where. You get the best lawyers in the world going to fight against this woman who never even fought a case. And like you would have time for that kind of foolishness, child. Right? Aren't we essentially, you have cast this shadow all over the whole world with these tariffs of yours. And then you've been distracting us ever since then, correct? Correct, Donald Trump? So how can you switch a different subject every day, every other day? A different subject did we ever settle what's going on with these tariffs and realizing what a horrible idea that was, and realizing that every country in the world has agreed that is a stupid idea? Every lawyer, every economist, everybody in this country, everybody who reports on economics, everybody has told him that idea makes no goddamn sense. Correct, Donald Trump? And yet we're talking about something else different every day. Oh, the food prices are down. Oh, the gasoline is $2 a gallon. It's going lower. It's going lower. I've stopped 7 wars. I've stopped. Nobody knows about them but you. These 7 wars. Girl, can we get a little more detail on these 7 wars you stopped? Because it seems like to me that people are still fighting just as hard as they ever was. Lie, 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 lie. And they've just become this country has come to accept that. I don't know. I mean, I know that the people who voted for you, these Republican people, they just voting Republican or whatever. But surely they're not that stupid. They're not going to let this country go down, child, behind the whims of some lunatic ass rich kid, a spoiled brat, honey, who can't take no for an answer. So what I was saying was, let me try to stay on topic. The Democrats are only going so far with defending Comey, but it's not about Comey. Just like it wasn't about Kimmel. It's his abuse of power. He's announcing all the way that he's coming after people. He'll just make up the law. He would see Comey, and he would, if he could get away with it, put Comey in prison. The former director of the FBI, he would put him in prison on some trumped up charges. He would do that to anybody. Correct? He's a sociopath. He doesn't mind seeing these Latin mothers being drugged through the streets. Well, I saw one today, body slammed on the street in front of her children because they just took their father away. And he's only going to court because he's showing up on his date that he's supposed to show up for immigration. And they just grab him, put him in a headlock, throw his wife on the ground. Sociopath. That Stephen Miller is a sociopath, and so is Donald Trump. Correct? And we're letting them get away with it. We're letting them get away with it. I don't understand it. Republicans, you only put up with so much from this Richard Nixon. You only put up with, you say, okay, you came to a line. Okay, that's enough. You simply done it too much, and now you have to leave. Why can't you do that with Donald Trump? He's done, what, 30, 40, 50 times as many crimes as Richard Nixon, yet he's still sitting his fat ass in there. Hi, Tiny Teacups. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Egyptian Goddess 1111. Everyone in the chat, if you can, let's send Tim a few dollars. Yeah, every once in a while, people. We ain't no beggars over here, but God, I mean, come on, man. Y'all know everybody got to eat, honey. Y'all been in them stores. Y'all know about the pain. It is painful. So I've convinced myself, listen, Timothy, you're not going into the store every time you need some bread from now on. Keep your ass out of the stores, because every time you go in there, it's going to be $50, $75, $100. Don't go in there. So now we're going to just eat everything in the house, and then when we really have to go, then we'll go. Let's reduce all those trips to Safeway. It's gotten ridiculous. He ain't even addressed the issue. He ain't did a goddamn thing. He ain't sit up here and watch these people who've had farms in their families for 4 generations lose their farms. All of them facing bankrupt. They line up around the corner at the bank trying to get a loan so they won't lose their homes. Correct? He done so good. How are we going to eat, Donald Trump, after you have destroyed the agricultural community in this country? Where are we going to get our food from? We're in battle with everybody in the world, right? They don't want to do business with America. They rather say, let them eat cake, honey. You make enemies out of everybody with your stupid ass ideas. You can't accept their stupid ass idea. You're 80 years old. Oldest president in American history, girl. You need to go and sit your ass down. Go ahead and retire. Or go ahead. You should do just like Nixon did. Resign. You're not suitable. You're so stuck on your little bullshit grievances, honey. What they've done to you, I can't stand somebody who's been given everything from the day of his birth. You've been given everything. Your daddy died and gave you billions of dollars. You fucked that off, hundreds of millions of dollars here, hundreds of millions of dollars there. You fuck that off. You start these companies that don't make no goddamn sense. You bankrupt the company, bankrupt the casinos, bankrupt every goddamn thing, right? And you still think you're the smartest man on earth. Right? They DEI. You're DEI. Right? You're DEI because you had money. So they put your ass in the position because you had money. You went to work for your father's company. Why? Because you his son, honey. You ain't had no qualifications for nothing. Right, Donald Trump? Accept it and go sit down. Any reasonable person were to just try to take credit for COVID. Oh, I stopped COVID. Oh, it was me. Well, you made a 10-minute phone call, girl, and that was in COVID. So you should have been capitalizing on that and taking credit for that, child, like Rudy Giuliani did for 9/11, and just wrote on that and sat on your haunches and made your little museum. Can y'all imagine what that museum is going to look like? You know, they all get a museum. He done blackmailed the people. They got to pay for it. All the lawyers got to pay for it. Everybody got to throw in a few million, throw in 10 billion, and you get can I get $1 billion from you? All for his little presidential library, correct? Well, you could spend the rest of your life on doing that, Donald Trump, correct? But can y'all imagine what it's going to look like? Gold ceilings, gold walls, gold pictures of him, girl, gold everywhere, gold hair, gold skin, everything gold and diamonds, and go do that, Donald Trump. Since you obviously you're a latent interior decorator, girl, you want to decorate. That's what you want to do, right? All the shit you cause, you want to sit your ass. How can you sit your ass over there trying to design a damn ballroom when these Latin families are being torn apart? Sent off to places you don't even know where they're at. Countries they never even been in, girl. People dying in those places, honey. What they do? They went to work. Or they went down to the government buildings like they're supposed to do to report because they're trying to earn their way into being an American citizen. What's wrong with that? When did that become a bad thing? A wrong thing, Donald Trump? Correct? You say you done 0 crossings at the border. Well, why isn't your job done then? If ain't nobody coming in, it was all about people coming in, correct? So since you say 0 people have come in since you've been in office, girl, why are you harassing the people who live here and have lived here for years and years and years, and they've raised children here, and they've contributed to this country, and they've paid taxes and taxes, and then they couldn't even file taxes to get anything back, girl, right? Right? Because they want to be Americans. And why is that a bad thing, child? You get your stupid ass over you. I'll go play some golf. Let's go play some golf. Dumbass. He's taking people off of television, child. He's closing down stations. He's suing companies for billions of dollars. He's suing all the people. Murdoch, he ain't playing. He really do want you to pay him $200 billion. What was it? How much is he going to charge? He trying to get $200 billion out of Murdoch, who owns Fox. Well, the only reason he's even in office is because of Fox News. But you saw what he did to Comey, right? Because a lot of people say the only reason he's in office is because of Comey dropped that lug on Hillary Clinton, honey. She was supposed to win 11 days before the thing. Why would you come out and do that? Even if you had a case, why would you just do your job? So you see it with the ease with which he's throwing Comey under the bus. He actually wants him to go to prison. What do you think he's going to do to your ass? You saw how he used Elon Musk, right, to destroy hundreds of thousands of jobs for people. Everybody unemployed. Now he say he has a new wave, and if they don't approve his big whatever is in Congress, pass the bill to keep the government open, whatever. If they don't keep it open, oh, there's going to be thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of more jobs lost, right? He's just here to destroy everything, so everybody can be hollering his name. Imagine being that insecure when you are a multi-billionaire and you still need all of this ass kissing around you. People got to have a board meeting. They got to spend the first 2 hours going around telling you how wonderful you are and making up shit about what you've done. And they know you ain't did shit. These people don't have no backbone at all. How can you be in the government, running our goddamn government, when you have no backbone? None. Mr. Corleone. What y'all think? I know y'all sick of this. I know y'all are sick of this, honey. I'm telling you, whenever I see that big orange motherfucker on TV, girl, I turn the channel. I will get my news from the commentators after you're finished, because I can't believe nothing you say. Nothing. It's all lies. So the irony is that you want to prosecute this dude for telling one lie 10 years ago. Are you serious, Donald Trump? I mean, come on, dude. What else is going on, people? I mean, he just crowds up the news every goddamn day, girl. We don't know what the fuck is going on down there, child. Why pass the big beautiful bill? And what a dumbass name. The big beautiful bill. It ain't no goddamn big beautiful bill. It's another goddamn lie. It's another lie, Donald Trump. But turn your TV off with the quickness. That's right, Juan. He done got these people like he's treating these Mexican people like they're not even human beings. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I started the TV on today. They're dragging him through the streets, girl, just like going up to a store and just grabbing them in their collar and dragging them out the goddamn store. We don't treat people like that. Those are human beings. And your ass ain't from America. How the fuck are you Indian? Country, and he done used those people and used those people. Child, who do you think built all these buildings he put his name on, child? Who built those buildings? Go downtown, people, and look up at the goddamn skyscrapers. And who do you see up in them skyscrapers, honey? They use those people. When you go into their mansions, you go into who is the one? Who are all the maids and things now? So you ain't using the niggas no more. Who are all the maids? Who are all the servants in the goddamn house? Right, Donald Trump? You threw those people under the bus unfairly. You're treating them like shit, like they don't count as people. We don't hate those people. They never did nothing to us. They're rapists. They're murderers. Then you got those idiots that go up there just ass kissers, but they all billionaires too. They go up there. Oh, there's no murders. There's no murders in Washington, D.C. since Donald Trump implemented the military. Okay, so we got a month off. Is that what you did, Donald Trump? A month? Is that you gonna have no crime in Chicago? Like that's gonna happen for a month? How many billions and billions? You're supposed to save all this money. How many billions and billions is it costing to send all these military people into all these damn cities to do nothing but sit around in the goddamn bus station so people will see all the guns and the goddamn tanks and shit, girl, and don't want to do no crime that day? Well, how long does that last after they leave? Too many lies to count. We can't even count them, child. I think the last count when he left office the first time, it was 35,000. They had bots that count the number of times he lied, told untruths, child. They barely fact check him anymore because it's too much. It's every damn sentence, everything come out of his mouth is a lie. That was 35,000, child. He's Donald Trump 2.0 now, child. So those lies are doubling up now. So how many lies have you accumulated in the last 8 months, Donald Trump? You're a joke. You're not even a serious person. And whether the Democrats are holding a grudge about Comey still or not, they still need to stand up for this fool cannot come into the White House, child, and start taking out revenge on all of his personal enemies, all of his political enemies. So nobody wants to fight him, right? So they're all too scared to fight him. He should be impeachment should at least be discussed at this point. You've done it twice, people. It ain't like it's some strange thing. We'll make it even 3. Correct? And if we want to prosecute people for lying, shouldn't that be the prime example of you cannot lie, little kids? You cannot lie. It's wrong. It's wrong. You cannot lie. You're going to take your ass to jail. Correct? Thousands and thousands. And the nerve. Then all the people who he assigns to investigate that dude, they all say the same thing. There's no case. There's no here, honey. And that motherfucker, what is this? Oh, okay. I don't know why I got one of these watches. It's connected with the phone, but I don't even look at a watch. I look at my phone. Technology keeps on moving forward, honey. He's still lying, child. They should have a contest, this child. How many lies would people bet on how many lies he tells in one day? They can sit up and watch TV all day. They can accumulate how many lies and see who'll get the biggest number to win the contest. It's every day. He's not worth watching. He can't be taken seriously. Did he just go to the UN? Was it last week? Who was he in the UN? Was it Monday? He went there telling all them people about all the problems in their countries, how they're all going to hell. What kind of a person even? Not a president. What kind of person even talks like that, child? Correct. Let me make a few more hundred enemies and say, look at me. Look at me. Oh, they're going to you got to put Trump on your White House. Put Trump's name. Fred created a monster. That's what you are, child. Donald Trump, you are a monster. Here's what could happen. Don't spoil your children, people. Got your own damn family can't love your ass. If that woman, that wife of yours, if she could actually give real testimony about what it's like being involved with your ass, can you imagine? We already know you're a pervert, honey. You're trying to fuck everything that had a skirt on it all your damn life. But we're supposed to believe, oh, no. Oh, I didn't know what Comey. I didn't know what Epstein was into. Oh, I never saw that. You said you were his best friend for 10 years. You said you lived right down the street from him. You said you were invited to all his parties. How in the fuck did you not see the little girls? What, were you blind? Were you wearing an iPhone or something, Donald Trump? We already know you're a fucking pervert. Trust his day is coming. Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. God is going to get his ass. Well, Juan, you have to believe it, honey, right? His day, won't that be some good television? Now, you want ratings, Donald Trump. Let them get your ass and put you in them handcuffs. Didn't you just get a mug shot, Donald Trump, before you step your stinking ass up in that White House again? You got the mug shot, right? You try to cash in on that. Were you selling your mug shots, Donald Trump? I mean, if you're making all these billion and trillion dollar deals, why do you need a few extra dollars from your mugshot? A president of the United States. Baby, they about shit on themselves when Barack Obama wore a light colored suit. And they're letting this fool get away with all this shit, child. Suing all these people $1 million. And ABC, those dumbasses, yeah, and so gave that fool all the millions of dollars. Now he knows, oh, they punks. I can do whatever I want to. That's why they tried this shit with Jimmy Kimmel. They feel I can do anything. They gonna get down, and he said out of his own mouth, they gonna get down and kiss my ass. Ugh. The thought of it, girl. Do y'all seen that body? When he ain't got all them goddamn girdles on and that got in them $10,000 suits on, child. When he takes all that shit off, child, and they show him, they got that big ass belt wrapped around him on the golf course, child. That motherfucker is a mess, and he'll come sit right in our face. I weigh 190 pounds. He's no good. Country breaker. He is a liar and he's a cheat. I don't know why they let him do this thing to us. I'm telling y'all as Americans, that fool ain't no good. And whoa, what we must do, stick him back in his own neighborhood, because they ain't gonna put him in jail. And we stuck like glue. But I ain't never, no, met a man who lies as much as Trump do. Boom, 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 boom. If his lips is moving, he lying right now. Disgusted. He don't give a shit about America. Nothing. If you loved America, you wouldn't do us like this, honey. Why you treat us so bad? I mean, he's not even ashamed of it. He don't try to hide it or nothing. He went there and told him, gave him a hit list, honey. Go get these people. Oh, you won't get them? You're fired. All right, what we got in local news? Beef sector news. Apparently, Larry Nelson has done gotten some kind of squabble. The man, somebody done closed his eye, blood running from his eye. Of course, the monster Jay Wilson posts pictures. Oh, I posted up, I took it down. I posted up, I took it down. Well, so you're posting pictures of this man with this who suffered through this violent act. His face looked horrible. The eye is totally closed. It's all red, blood running off from it and all of a sudden. Larry Nelson comes out and says, oh, he was in a prize fight for money. And somebody, they paid him $4,000 and some little man came out and punched him in the eye. And from what I'm understanding, secondhand, from what I'm understanding, that it was a short man, somebody 4 foot tall, then punched him in his eye. His eye is way up here. The little man is way down here. But Larry Nelson says that that's why his eye is off of. No, Larry Nelson, that does not look like an eye that was hit with a boxing glove. No, it doesn't. It looks like knuckles. Those were knuckles. Not even from a fall, because from a fall, your face, you have some forehead in front of your eye, right? You have a nose in front of your eye. In order to get into the eye, you have to have something to go into it. So it looks like, we know that you worked as a security guard. Perhaps he got in the issue with trying to stop somebody on his job. We don't know. He was at a bar. We don't know. He done said something to somebody on the street, but it looks like somebody punched you in your eye. So to come out and making wild stories about you were paid for that. Why would I pay you $4,000 to come and stand in the ring for 35 seconds and get knocked the fuck out and your eye fucked up and sent away in the ambulance, and then I'm gonna give you the $4,000? We don't know any of that, Larry Nelson. But they're gonna talk about you. You do better off let them talk for a couple of days. Donald Trump will do something else, and we'll move on to something else, girl. Right? Don't come out here no harebrained ass stories, child. Wilson says you are infatuated with him. Yeah, I'm infatuated with the content because it's so easy. She do something stupid every day. She wants to take credit. She wants to be messy and show that man got his eye lights knocked out. Then he wants to take it down like he had nothing to do with it, right? He had a deniability, but yet he wants, the same time, he wants credit for presenting the picture, right? So the picture would circulate. It's a messy queen. I'm infatuated with, what does that mean, infatuated? You mean I want him? Gruff girl, you break out in the song. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, tell me so. If you really need me, child, I wouldn't fuck Jay Wilson if I was getting $40,000. I wouldn't touch that fool. Jay Wilson, if you put me in a room with Jay Wilson, I guarantee you one thing. Next thing you're going to hear furniture being knocked around, girl. You're going to hear some queen screaming for her life. You're going to think somebody's being murdered in the room, girl. All I would do with Jay Wilson is beat him up. I'm sorry. We got that tested in Atlanta. I couldn't hardly stay away from him. Like a magnet. Be infatuated with it. Maybe he looks more appealing since his Botox injections. Y'all see him he's in the car, right? So he keeps pushing his eyebrows back and he trying to get his forehead in, in the screens. Y'all can see it, girl. Can't nobody see that. They see down here, Jay Wilson. They see those horrible lines and those circles. You said you scheduled more surgeries. They're gonna do more to put something else in your face, girl. Them horrible eyes, girl, and them horrible wrinkles all over your face. That's what they see, Jay Wilson. And you never talk about it, but really, you are a bald-headed man, correct? Your head, that shine on that goddamn head this day. So what does the shine have to do with anything, Timothy? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is you're still a bald-headed old bitch, right? Right. And I saw you trying to get that forehead in the camera. Nobody sees your forehead, Jay Wilson. Only time people gonna see that forehead is when you're out in the sun walking the dog, thinking you're being cute. You think you want to show people, look at my neighborhood, look at my neighborhood. Okay, all right. They're gonna get a track on that girl. Say, wait a minute, I know where that is. Right? You be threatening these people in San Antonio, right? Now we all know that you're scared of the stump creature because the stump creature lives near you and she's already proven to be a stalker. We have seen her stalking Tracy. We have seen her stalking Olivia the Oracle. We have seen her action. So you are terrified of the stump creature. Now, we don't know if the stump creature can fight or not, child. We really don't. We know you can't. So I don't know why you over here teasing Larry Nelson because he took one to the eye, honey. He took one, girl, your whole head would be like a big old red thing, girl, because they just be punching you in the face, girl. Punch, 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 punch. You wouldn't even hit them back. Punch, punch, punch. You wouldn't even fight him back, Jay Wilson. So why are you showing that man's picture? Now, he got every right to come over here and begin to get back in that ass of yours, girl. Mm-hmm. He looked like a panda. He said he's gonna get the eyes done. I can afford it. I can afford it. Okay, you can afford it. Michael Jackson could afford it too, Jay Wilson. He could afford it all the way until his nose fell off. Keep playing, boy. Since you're scheduling additional surgeries. Plus, when you start getting these Botox injections and these sculptures in your chin, girl, you get all this motherfucking pull the face apart and all that. You have to maintain those things, Jay Wilson. Piss poor bitches, girl, should not be fucking around like that, Miss Day, because you can't afford to maintain it, Jay Wilson. You're barely making your. How many days we got left? I think you got about 4 days left, or you got to come up with that mortgage, Jay Wilson. So we're not surprised that you're grabbing at straws to try anything you can to get online 4 and 5 and 6 times a day, girl. We know more is coming, correct? Mm-hmm. Reminded me what Comey has did to Clinton. Oh yeah, that was a major scandal, honey. He came out 11 days before the election, said we are investigating Hillary Clinton about them emails. He talked about the damn emails for 2 years, John. Right. And it cost her the election. Many believe it cost her the election. Certainly the Democrats believe that, right? She would have been a much better president than this mess. We've been living in a clown show for 10 years because of what you did, Comey. So they couldn't figure it out. They said, well, then when he get in the office, it looks like him and Trump are enemies. Well, Trump wants the kind of people like he has now, right? You want people just go out and do his bidding, right? And Comey wasn't with it. Comey was a real FBI director, a real one. What's that boy name? The one he has now? Middle Eastern looking dude. Somebody tell me his name. His new head of the FBI. He has all these unqualified people in office. Now he gonna give this case to some woman who's Kash Patel. Thank you. Oh, I got that from the troll. There's a troll in the house. There's a troll in the house. You too old to be this messy. You think the mess goes away? Nothing like a bitter old queen. And then you're gonna put Big Boy in the thumbnail. You're a mess. Go on, troll. But you're all right about Kash Patel. That ain't no real FBI agent, child. What was that? A podcaster? All these incompetent ass people he puts it on post. Back then we had people who actually were real people. They were real FBI heads. They were real CIA heads, right? they had real senators. These people, this shit doesn't count for nothing, honey. If all you're going to do is parrot what this fool said, even though you know how wrong he is, y'all have not, you need to bond together, Democrats and Republicans, and say this is enough. He's simply going too far, and we cannot expose our country, the country which we love. We cannot put our people through this for another 3 years. Every other day. Only one thing more bitter than an old queen is a fat, oversized one. Remind you of anyone, Team Thais, that ain't no Thais, that ain't no real Thais. And his leader, his illustrious leader, should be pissed off that he's bringing his ass over here because he knows all he's going to do is motivate me to go out there and fucking with him again. People need to learn to leave well enough alone. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's why we're in this fucking mess we're in right now. Donald Trump showed us who he was, and we didn't believe him, or at least they didn't believe him. All these red people, they don't believe it, right? They still think they got something in common with Donald Trump. He's with them. He's a multi-billionaire through no fault of his own, and they work in the coal mines, right? And they think that they are on Team Trump. Team Trump, Donald Trump would not let you take his garbage out, right? Oh, but he white. They're trying to take over. They're going to take over. What a horrible way to live your life. If you have everything, people, white people, what the fuck are you fearful of? You scared somebody going to take it away from you? What are they going to do? They're going to get a job at the grocery store. I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them. Right. So why don't I just drag the wife out by her hair with the kids yelling and screaming in the background, right? Let's take their house and sell it on the open market, girl, right? Is that what you're saying? That's cool? You're right along with Donald Trump and that monster, Stephen Miller? We should be able to respect each other, people. Trump needs to go. They need to get him out of office. It shouldn't be that damn hard. Although after their experience of impeaching him the first time and he didn't go nowhere, nothing happened to him, they didn't throw his ass out of the office or in jail. Then they did it the second time. They impeached him again. Nothing happened. No sanctions, no nothing. Nothing happened to Donald Trump, right? Then they started indicting his ass. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Nothing happened to Donald Trump. Nothing happened. Then he gets out of office, child, and they start dragging him through the courts, girl. Guilty. Nothing happens to Donald Trump. He's still in office, child. Now he goes in there and said, okay, Supreme Court, I'm going to need you on this one. Nothing I do as a president, nothing I can do if I'm in office I can be charged with a crime with forever, right? And what does he do? He takes that. Okay, I can do that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start making all these bitches pay. It even brags about it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get all of my enemies. What they did to me. You're the president of the United States, nigga. You won. What the fuck else do you want? I mean, haven't you grifted billions of dollars out of these people? What else do you want? You cannot be satisfied. What did Mary Trump write that book? Everything and Never Enough. I think it's something like Everything and Never Enough. In other words, he cannot be satisfied. He's going to hurt a lot of people. Now he's over there threatening that he's going to put anybody works for the government, your job is in jeopardy. I don't know how the government's going to run because he keeps just cutting all their jobs. He's already taken away a couple 100,000 jobs, child. But he says if y'all don't do what I want and y'all and pass his bill, then we're going to fire hundreds of thousands of people who work for the government. So insecure. Oh, I can't imagine that. You got to have 30 people. You know, he walks around with 30, 40 people with him at all times, Jeff. Then he wants to, he sees all these shootings and all these killings going on now recently. So he takes all of the security away from the people who would ordinarily have security. Like what was Dr. Fauci? Take away his security. Kamala Harris, take away her security. So what are you saying? You want them killed? I just don't understand why is the government so poor that we cannot afford to have security for the former vice president? I don't understand it. They don't feel there's something wrong with them. They're crazy. Donald Trump is certainly crazy. And that Stephen Miller, that's just pure evil. That's just evil in the earth. Hi, Prima Wanda. And always want to decorate something, girl. Did y'all see that White House? Child, the little parcel he showed, he didn't get so much to be seen. Why would you, if you're a billionaire, girl, why would you need little vases and things around to show you that you're a billionaire? Right? I'm just saying, you can hire the best decorators in the country. He wants to do it on his own. Everything is gold. I mean, goddamn, the fabric is gold. All that shit piled up. They'll say, "Oh, Timmy, you got your nerve." Well, I know how to do it tastefully. He doesn't have any taste. It's gaudy, just like them goddamn Trump Tower. You go up in there, girl, you thought you were walking to the Queen's palace. He sits and eats his dinner at a throne. It's all gold. The arms are gold. The fabric is gold. The chandelier is gold. The table is gold. The tablecloths are gold. Girl, why you need all that, Miss D? We know you got money. Now he gonna be in the drone business. No shame at all. None. That's all I mean about he's crazy. But you did not hear that. I love Jay Wilson on the road. Jay Wilson said, I think Jay Wilson did want to suck my dick, girl. He always talk about, oh, you was a good-looking young man. I said, girl, I don't need your flattery, bitch. And she says, what else she say, girl? He don't like black men. He don't. The thing, why you worried about what kind of men I like, girl? You were never going to be a part of it. Do y'all remember when he brought his ass to San Francisco? Honey, Jay Wilson came to San Francisco. He said he met somebody at the airport, and he came to the Castro, which is where I live, and he walked to the bar, and he was talking about how nobody in San Francisco had ever seen the black love. He said he was representing the black love. Ooh, he said, we went to a restaurant. He said, oh, the meal is free. All of the employees, the meal is free. Look at that black love. Look at that black love. No, Jay Wilson, you would never qualify, bitch, under any circumstances. Now, I've had some black men in my life, but they were always fine. Now, I was a much younger person, so I had the choice there. I could choose the best of the best, right? So anytime you saw me with a black man, Puerto Rican man, couple of Chinese men, all kind of people, girl, I had the choice. I could just choose whoever the fuck I wanted. You would never be chosen by somebody like me, Jay Wilson. Okay? I'm just saying this thing. At any age, girl, at 22, 32, 42, 52, you certainly not 62 and 67, girl. Why would I graduate to that shit? And then you start punching holes all in your forehead, bitch. Nobody wants you. A lot of people on here are trying to figure out, well, who are you trying to impress? Honey, why do you need Botox at this age, honey? Who you said you had Marky wants me. I got somebody. Marky wants me. I got somebody. I don't think Marky wants you very much, girl. If Marky wanted you so bad, you wouldn't have to spend all this time on Grindr, girl. Trying to catch one. Trying to trick him by getting Botox in your forehead. There's another one, and you put it all in your cheek. He said he went to the Botox place. Is Botox expensive? I don't even know. I think you got to do it every couple of weeks, though. He said he saw about another some kind of sculpture he put in. He's gonna get that. He said that's next. That's next. You're gonna get the eyes filled. Why are you trying to deceive people? Oh, what a tangled web you weave when first you practice to deceive. Jay Wilson, you can go on Grinder or the other one, Jacked, and all them places, girl, and you can look younger for the camera, correct? But what's going to happen when they get to that door? Whoa! Damn! Could you close the door? Jay Wilson, are you gonna get Botox all over your body, girl? What's gonna happen when they actually see that? I don't know why these people be what do you call that word? When you're deceiving people online, you're showing pictures of 30-year-old pictures and all that stuff, Jeff. They're still gonna see you at some point, girl, and you're gonna scare them. And some of them will get mad. Since you like all these black men, some black men I know, girl, will punch you in your face. If they have to drive all that time, spend their gas money, girl, they now it's the middle of the goddamn night, they gotta drive all the way back home. They will punch your ass out. You open that door looking like the crypt keeper. Okay? Why don't you concentrate, girl, on building a real career, Miss Thing? So people told me, they said, well, we think he's training people, or he's interviewing people for jobs. That's the new career. That's the new, well, girl, hold on for a few weeks and let's see what the career is then. MTV has canceled Catfish. Ooh, that's the word, honey. Catfish. Catfish makes my nature rise. She's a beauty queen from down on New Orleans. Her mama raised her on collard greens. Tripping. That was an old song. That's way before your time, Nikki B. Was it Joe Tex? Who sang about catfish make the nature rise? You play them games, honey. Them brothers will give you one of them Larry Nelson's oops upside the head, nigga. I ain't playing with you, nigga. You gonna pay for my gas. That kills me. Be people who are always trying to make somebody want their ass. You can't make nobody want you, girl. If they don't want you, they don't want you, Miss Thing. Oh, you don't even like black men. You don't even. They never take responsibility for the fact that, girl, nobody wants you. That's what it is, Jay Wilson. Right? If you were a fine man and people were coming at you and dropping numbers and things, girl, that would never even cross your mind. What somebody else doing with their dick? You wouldn't think about it, right? Because you're so busy in your own business, girl. He said, y'all see him on his birthday? Jay Wilson on his birthday, he said he went into the straight club. Was he with or without Mark? He went to the straight club, and he said all those men, all the young men in the club, you go to a club, usually that's younger people, 20s, early 30s. That's who's at the club, right? He said all them straight men were looking at him. He said, I don't know why they looking. I know they were looking. They were probably trying to figure out if they should beat your queenie ass for coming in their club, nigga. Oh, they all wanted me. I know they wanted me. I can pull any dude. Mm-hmm. No, you can't, Jay Wilson. Oh, Justin. No, why am I getting the Rotten Tomatoes now? Justin, is from Catfish. There really was a song called Catfish. Mm-hmm. He said Catfish made his nature rise. He said she was a former beauty queen from down in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. On my time, I'm young, single, free, ooh, and healthy. Nikki B, you young? I never knew you was a young brother. Young, single. Hey, tell them you are young, gifted in black. You got your soul intact. Oh, that's a fact. You are young, gifted in black. RACP. Nope. Now, Nikki B, are you I'm not even gonna ask. I was gonna ask you if you was gay or straight, right? And if you said gay, I was gonna ask you if you would date somebody like Jay Wilson. But since I don't know that information and we don't dox over here, we're gonna let it go. We must vote. Yeah, that's where we fell down. I don't know if we can still beat all them white folk, all that red. Oh my God. The only time you see blue is a big city. But if we would have all voted, we could have defeated that fool. And I don't think black people were rushing to vote for no damn Donald Trump. I think that was all a lie, more hype. Oh, the blacks did it. The blacks did it. It's always somebody else's fault. No, I think where we fell down was probably because we became disinterested and we didn't vote at all. We just couldn't imagine that they would put Donald Trump back in office. And they did it. There's a whole lot of hate still in this country. Whole lot of bigotry and racism. That's essentially what he ran on, was race. Everything, every subject that made him popular was about race. That's why he decided to come down the escalator, declaring that all these Mexican people are rapists and murderers. And we've been whipping on them ever since for no reason. Turn against the whole race of people. And this is in the country of immigrants, built by immigrants, right? And we can't forget that the West was Mexico. It was Mexico. We don't even want them picking our oranges now. Come on, man. The nerve. Wait a minute. I have never. Are you trying to question my? No, I'm not. I withdrew my question, Nikki B. I don't got to know what people are. We know there are a lot of gay people over here, but we cannot assume because there have been straight people over here as well in this sector. It's not unusual. A lot of these women, their husbands watch this stuff, child. They're straight men. So I don't like playing like that. Even when I can't stand them, I very rarely go after the sexuality. Unless they're a queen. Bonita alone. She belongs here. Who bothering Bonita? Y'all better leave Bonita alone. Right. What they doing to Bonita? We love all our regulars. What's going on, Justin? Nikki B and I are straight. Okay. See, Justin, he don't feel like he has to hold things back. That's like me. I ain't got no secrets, honey. Okay, Justin, I can respect it. That's where all that Larry Nelson and Jay Wilson shit got started. It's all about sexuality. Larry Nelson, he had to come on with the church and the sexuality and all that stuff, child. Then Jay Wilson got involved in that. They traded insults. But Jay Wilson said he's real. He's real. But him and Larry Nelson at one point had planned to fake a fight, from what I remember. They were going to get together and you were going to pretend like you swung at him and all that. But that kind of speaks to the character of the people. I guess the haters have a place here too, right? The haters. Oh, y'all got a little thing going. Y'all love each other. And thank y'all for coming on in today, honey. I'm sorry that we have to so often cover this stuff on Trump. This is our country too. This land is our land. This land is your land. From California to the Gulf Stream Island, from the Redwood Forest. This is our country as well, honey. And we're damn interested in it. And we're not going to fall down no more. And we are going to vote. We're going to vote our conscience. Okay? Later, people.